going on, guys? Welcome back to another performance review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nike Vapor 14 Elites. Now, I definitely played a lot in these. I probably played like maybe 10 to 20 hours worth over a span of 2 to 3 weeks. But let's just start off with reviewing some of the materials. As you guys can see, it's pretty much the same upper going across the entire boot except for this tongue area, which is the exposed fly knit. It's pretty much been the same layout since the Vapor 12 or 11. I can't remember which one, but it's been pretty consistent. And yeah, I don't complain about it whatsoever. I mean, a little bit of rain or wet surface does leak through the tongue just because the exposed fly knit is like a cloth material, but it's nothing to complain about. I mean, it doesn't really hinder your performance at all. As for the outsole, it's pretty standard coloring. For this specific colorway and a lot of the other Vapor 14 models as well, there is no shiny finishing, which a lot of the Vapor 13 models had. On the inside of the boot, you got the ACC stamp that says all conditions control, and then under it says Vaporposit, which is what I believe to be the outside technology. Pretty much looks like a net going across the entire boot. So anytime Nike labels something as a posit, it just means hardening of, so I would say it adds to the durability, but I'll talk about that more in details a little bit later. Inside, you guys can see there's this heel tab, and I guess like a cushion thing. You can see it kind of comes out a little bit here for your heel. This is the bag that it came with. So going into the fit of these, you want to go true to size. I have a wide foot and I still go true to size, but if your foot is really wide, then yeah, go up half size. And they are a little bit snug and stiff at first. They do require a break-in period. I think it's because of the new technology used in the upper. This is definitely a little bit more stiff than these models. I feel like Nike's use of the Vaporposit was such a small thing, but it affected the cleat in so many ways. I already mentioned durability, and what I mean by that is this is the Vapor 13 model. I probably played in these 3 times, I'm not even kidding, and look what happened already. So you can see the exposed fly knit right here. I tend to drag my foot sometimes, and I think it definitely doesn't help to play on artificial grass, but it still should not be this easily breakable in my opinion. Going across the upper for the Vapor 13 model, there's not much protection at all whatsoever. It's basically like a thin layer of glue just covering the fly knit. When I first wore these, it just felt like a glove right away. It didn't hurt at all. It wasn't stiff. I would much rather have these just because it only takes like a couple sessions and you're good to go. But these, I stopped wanting to wear these because I didn't want any more ripping. What I want to emphasize is it's this specific material or colorway, but they also had these in like the yellow version, crimson flash. They had a lot of colorways where they had this type of material, but when you compare it to the CR7 version, these are not the same upper. There is definitely more protection on this one. I played way more times than these. I played on artificial grass, I played on regular grass. These are my go-to cleats now for like the past half a year. Held up way better than these, which I only played in 3 times, but yeah, definitely think this is a huge step up from the previous models in terms of durability. Like I said, going from there, the breathability is pretty much the same. You can see the exposed holes now. Now they're going across the toe box here. They're going across the outside panels and the inside panels as well. You can even see it from the inside right here. It's a really thin, lightweight boot. Something else I want to mention that I liked about the boot was the stability. Once I broke them in, I didn't feel like my foot was moving around inside at all whatsoever, which I really liked. They really felt like they were a part of my foot once I broke them in, which is what you want. And talking about the outsole, I forget which model they started using this technology on, but I've said this before. This plate right here, it's like, I think it's called the AeroTrack plate. I'm not really sure. Now, what this feels like is kind of like a sturdy spine, where it's like, if you take a step, it springs your foot back in place. Now, I don't think it's gonna make you faster, but I think it's supposed to propel you forward. Also, another very small detail was the addition of these heel tabs. And I gotta say, putting these on and taking these off has been such a better experience compared to the previous models. I remember a lot of times I would put my foot in and like it would stay stuck like this for like 10-20 minutes, and it would just be a pain having to pick this part out of my foot. It does not like rub my feet the wrong way at all. Never got any blisters from it. I pretty much never felt this at all, and it just was so useful. I'm glad that Nike decided to add these. have no issues with ball feel, control, touch. Now they are pretty thin, but I will say that again, durability is fine. I got clipped a couple times here and there. There's no ripping or compromise of structure. So overall, my final thoughts on the Vapor 14 Elites. I mean, I have no complaints other than having to break them in a little bit, but I mean, that's nothing new. Also, aside the fact that these were $250 now, are they worth it? I would say no. I don't think any pair of cleats is worth over $200. Like I say, like every year, you can just buy the previous Elite models. They should be knocked down to like at least 180. You just gotta go hunting around the Nike sales section online, maybe go to eBay. In the past, I've got a lot of top tier cleats that were originally priced over $200. I've got them for $100 even. But yeah, I had no problems with these performance wise. If you guys have any other questions, let me know down in the comments below. The next pair of cleats I'm gonna try to get are the Pumas. So yeah, stay tuned for future videos and I hope you guys enjoyed.